Do you know that our body use different energy and every tissue in our body use different energy? Yes, it's simple because every tissue have their own function and some function might requires energy more than the other. For instance, we can talk about adipose tissue. The part of tissue in our body, fat cells or fat tissue, that has quite a significant percentage. Usually around 20 until 30% of our body are fat or adipose. However, their energy usage is a little bit low. They only use less than 5% of total energy. They're still using energy, but not that much because this tissue is not really active. Compare this with internal organs, the essential organ that keep us alive, the heart, brain, lung, kidney. It only around 6%, the percentage of our body are made of those organs, but they can contribute around 60% of total energy. Every tissue have different portions of energy. Some tissue are more active than the other, and that because they are more active, they requires more energy. And that's why the internal organs can contribute to basal metabolic rate, the energy metabolism, energy usage that we need to stay alive. And we also have other things like muscle tissue have a quite significant amount of presence in our body. It's around 40%. It depends on if a woman or a man. And using around 22% of energy that we use every day. Yeah, it's significant. Therefore, there is always a debate on how to calculate energy expenditure, especially for people who are overweight and obese. Whether we can calculate as they are because their percentage of fat is higher than other people with other nutritional status. And if they're getting more fat instead of muscle, then should we treat them the same? Some suggest that they're using ideal body weight. Some suggest that they're using actual body weight and reducing that actual body weight. We can calculate that. But eventually, nobody can actually calculate very precisely. Because why? Because if somebody gaining weight, we have no idea actually without actually measuring the fat, that how much fat that they have. Some people can gain weight and become overweight, but they're actually bodybuilders. And if we calculate by BMI, their BMI is really high. But that doesn't mean that they're getting fat. And we not very know for sure that the gaining weight is gaining fat or they're getting muscles, unless we calculate them, unless we measure them. We can use BAA and stuff. So in this context, I would say that our internal organ play a huge role in contributing energy because they're more active, they're always active, and therefore they requires more energy, around 60%. And then followed by muscle tissues, and followed by some other stuff like skin and stuff. And the least active organ or tissues is adipose tissue. Therefore, we cannot very sure whether the actual body weight that contains fats actually measuring fats. The fat that we measures is not very active energy-wise, and doesn't mean we need more energy if we are getting fat. So using energy in every tissue are different, and therefore individuals with obesity, they require less energy when we compare with other people with higher body weight but it's more muscle. Thank you for watching the video until the end. If you are still interested to understand more about energy, appetite regulation in the context of weight loss program, please click the link at description. We have classes at Udemy for free just for you. See you!